How's it going, everyone? Texas Man here. Hope you guys are all having a spectacular day. If you guys would please give this video a thumbs up. If you guys do enjoy it, subscribe, of course. If you guys have not already, also do me the biggest favor of all. Make sure you guys hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. As always, if you guys would, head over to Twitch, follow me there at Douglas447. Stream there at least once a week. Also, if you guys have any movies, shows, or games you guys want me to cover here on the channel, please let me know in the comments section down below. We are going to be continuing talking about the Planet of the Apes films, the Legacy Collection. I've already done a review of the 1968 original. If you guys have missed out on that, it is going to be in a Planet of the Apes playlist. I'll leave a link to it at the end of this video. In this video, we are going to be talking about the sequel, Beneath the Planet of the Apes from 1970. The film is about 90 minutes long. Obviously, it is a direct sequel to the 1968 Planet of the Apes film, and it feels like a proper conclusion, at least a proper ending, given that the ending gives us one of the most shocking sci-fi conclusions ever. Like, I don't think they thought this through when they made this movie, especially with the ending in mind. It's like, with the conclusion, every single character from the first film and the new ones in this film are all killed. Okay? Every human character is either killed by the Alpha Omega bomb or they are shot. And no matter what happens, every single ape and human character is dead because the Alpha Omega bomb does go off at the end. And we get this kind of like white light, and then we get this narrator at the end saying that, hey, the Earth is no longer habitable. It's been torched. It's been ripped apart. Literally, the narrator basically states that the Earth has been split in half. It's just lifeless. Nothing can live on it anymore. The fact that they went this direction kind of is weird because when you end up watching Escape, Conquest, and Battle, you're like, how are they gonna keep going with this franchise when the Earth is no longer alive? There's no planet anymore. Obviously, when you get to Escape, things kind of make sense, and you're like, okay, they're really stretching the franchise. And to me, I always figured that when I watched the original and Beneath, I felt like it was a good, beginning, middle, and end. Kind of like the same thing with like Alien and Aliens, like beginning, middle, and end. There's a proper endpoint, and the third film and beyond kind of just was done for the sake of money, in my opinion. And I can feel that with Beneath. Like, I've never seen Escape, Conquest, or Battle before, and now because I'm doing these reviews, I still am like, how in the world does Escape fit into this plot line? Like, somebody must have escaped the bomb from going off, I mean, before it detonated. And I'm just like, okay, really stretching this plot. Still, I think the fact that this film, I don't know if it's better than the sequel. It's like it does a lot. It tries to do a lot in a short amount of time. Like, you've got apes, you got humans, you got mutants, and you've got the returning characters of like Nova and Brent. Not Brent, Taylor, and you've got new characters like General Yu and Brent. You've got Cornelius and his wife. I can't remember her name, so forgive me. But there's just a lot of characters in this film. And because of that, there's so many characters in this film that none of them really get enough screen time to like stand out. None of them really get developed. There's more of a focus on action than its predecessor. And that deals with the fact that the film is very basic. The film is basic, and it's kind of too basic. It's very easy to follow. So basically, what ends up happening is Taylor finds these mutant humans that are living underground that have started basically a cult, and they worship the Alpha Omega bomb. And this cult are the remaining humans that survived the nuclear Armageddon in attempts to try to wipe out the apes. Obviously, it failed. And that leads to a new character, a new astronaut, Brent, being introduced. And I think his character was kind of cool because he was part of the rescue team for Taylor and his group from the first film. But Brent kind of takes the forefront along with Nova. Taylor kind of just gets pushed to the sideline. And the reason for that is the actor that plays Taylor, he's like, he really didn't want to be back for the Planet of the Apes films. So, you know, the fact that his character does die at the end kind of makes sense. You know, kind of wraps it up in a neat bow. But Brent just, they tried to make him feel like a replacement for Taylor. And if Taylor was with Nova during the adventure that happens in this film, there would have been no difference. Like, Brent just felt like an extra add-on and just more lore, I guess. But his character really doesn't add much to the plot. Lastly, I want to talk about the fact that I think the costumes and the practical and the special effects in this movie, they're terrible. They have not held up. I don't know if people thought when this film came out in 1970 that it looked good. But for me, it doesn't. Okay? You could tell it's people walking around in monkey suits. Like, forgive me, but like, you should have been able to try to hide some of it. Like, give it a Chewbacca treatment, I guess, is the best way to describe it. It just looks cheap and it makes the movie feel cheap. And, you know, having bad effects and whatnot, it's not horrible if it happens like once or twice, but it sticks out like a sore thumb throughout the entire runtime, and it's just noticeable, unfortunately. So with that, I'm going to give Beneath the Planet of the Apes from 1970 a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.